So let's turn to a phenomenon we call Yod-Coalescence, okay, short YC. Yod being the Hebrew moniker for the palatal semi-vowel y, okay, y. And it's a phenomenon which concerns the semi-vowel y and its development in the history of English. Okay? Ever ask yourselves, I mean, why can you say fortune or fortune? Okay, we will be able to explain this. Yeah, one, there is Yod-Coalescence, to cut a long story short, fortune, the other one there isn't. We come to that. But before we do, we have to ask ourselves where U comes from in the first place, and it usually comes from foreign words, predominantly French, yeah? Because in French, you know, you have quite a lot of words with this semi-vowel U, yeah? Which you spell Y in the IPA, yeah? U. And this U, when it's taking over into English, foreign word, loan word, whatever, yeah, it's usually translated into you, okay? Because the English cannot say U. Well, they can't. U is impossible, they say you. And this sort of process is still very productive. It is. I mean, if you look at these random towns and cities, which I gleaned from my thinking, München, yeah, German München becomes Munich. You say U, yeah. Nuremberg becomes Nuremberg. Nuremberg, Nuremberg. Duisburg becomes Duisburg. Okay, and even the French, Côte d'Azur becomes Côte d'Azur. Okay, so still productive. So we can say first of all, foreign words U, yeah, come into English as you. Predominantly French words. But this is only half of the truth, because then Yod-Coalescence sets in, and this is a sort of assimilation, and this is also still very productive. Yeah? An assimilation that y and td and z, they are assimilated. You have this still, I mean, in colloquial speech, even across word boundaries. Yeah? Look at that. So t becomes ch. So I got you, and then gotcha, okay? Got you, y becomes gotcha, okay? Yeah, slang, okay? Or something like, would you, okay? Would you go there? Would you go there? Yeah, would you? In very, this sort of speech. Or sj, okay, becomes sh, okay? Rishier, something like this, rishier. Or zj, becomes the j, the voiced palatal fricative. So you can say either casual or casual. Casual. Okay? So casual would be with assimilation, Yod-Coalescence. Casual, not. Both are possible. There you see. Okay? What I want to say is, it's also a process which is still very productive. If you do it today across word boundaries, it's usually slangy, okay, but it does exist. But in the history of English, it was applied, or it happened very often. So here we go. Let's start like that. Imagine you have a French word, which is tu, something like this. Tu, which would then in Middle English, most of the French words came into English in Middle English times after the Normans, okay? So tu, okay? It's clear, yeah? Tu, u, and then assimilated to true. And what assimilation, I mean, look at that, pronounced tu and then true. You see, for tu, you have to move your tongue, tu. For true, you don't. Well, it's a simplification. Every assimilation is a simplification. So Yod-Coalescence is an assimilation, and every assimilation is, of course, a simplification of articulation. Okay, so tu, true. Take a French word, vertu. Okay, vertu. Still in the Canterbury Tales, vertu. Yeah. In Middle English, it would come as something like vertu. Okay, this would be Chaucer, more or less, vertu. Okay, of which virtue engendered is the fluor, it says in the general prologue. Yeah? And then Yod-Coalescence sets in, and at the same time the accent shifts to the first syllable. French, you have second syllable stress usually. I mean, so in modern English mostly, yeah? Germanic. Primary stress on the first syllable, so virtue, virtue or virtue. Okay, both is possible. So first of all, vertu becomes virtue, virtue, okay? And then Yod-Coalescence sets in and becomes virtue. Okay, both, you can say both, virtue or virtue, okay? So one being conservative, virtue, conservative, tu, no Yod-Coalescence, virtue, okay, virtue, very progressive, but yes, correct, okay? Same true with fortune, okay? Fortune, French. And then it's clear, Middle English must be something like fortune. Okay, fortune. And then in modern English, yes, the loss of R, the stress shifts to the first syllable, it becomes fortune. Or American English, fortune. No, Americans usually say fortune. Fortune. Okay, and then Yod-Coalescence, fortune. So you can say both, fortune or fortune. Yeah, fortune, very conservative, very upper class. Fortune, okay, normal. Yeah, so this would be the Yod-Coalescence of tier. Okay, more examples. Yeah, sculpture. Okay, sculpture. And then this sculpture, which you have sculpture, accent shift, sculpture, Yod-Coalescence in modern English. Yeah? Rapture, rapture, first syllable stress, Yod-Coalescence, rapture. Okay. Sometimes only the assimilated Yod-Coalesced form is possible. Well, sometimes you can use both, the conservative one and the more progressive. Okay, more examples. Natur, natur. Okay, then even natur, it must have been long because it went into the great vowel shift, accent shift. Nature, nature. Okay, nature. The first syllable is, of course, a long vowel which went into the great vowel shift, but nature. Okay. Kreatur, kreatur, creature, probably creature. It must have been creature because it went into the great vowel shift, become creature, and then creature. All right. Okay. Yeah. Good. With de. Yeah. De. Dur. Okay. Dur. This becomes je in Yod-Coalescence. So procédure, okay, something like this in French. Then procédure, okay, in Middle English, and then in modern English, procedure. Procedure or procedure, both is possible. So procedure, very upper class, okay. Very dinner for one, same procedure as every year, James. Okay, procedure, okay, procedure. Okay, procedure, both possible. One with Yod-Coalescence, the other not. Okay. Grandeur, well, French, grandeur, and then grandeur, and then you see grandeur or grandeur. Then later, grandeur, grandeur. You can say, I would say grandeur. Grandeur. It's also possible, yeah, grandeur. Grandeur without the U. Yeah, grandeur or grandeur. I would say grandeur. But grandeur, yeah, grandeur or grandeur is also possible. Yod-Coalescence, yeah, grandeur. Okay. So once again, tier becomes ch. Okay, dir becomes j. All right, the voiced affricates. Then the same with sir. Yeah, sir. A word, ever ask yourself, sure, why isn't it spelled with a SH? Yes, because it comes from French sur. Okay, sur, which then becomes sur in Middle English. Then you have the Yod-Coalescence sir becoming sh. Sure. Okay, sur, sure. Sur, sure. Okay, sir becoming sh. The palatal fricative. Yod-Coalescence. Okay. Therefore, no sh. Same with sugar. Well, why isn't sugar spelled with an SH? Same thing. Sucre, French, sucre. And then sugar, something like this, in Middle English. Sugar, and this sugar, sugar in the end. Yeah, sugar. Yeah. Yod-Coalescence, you see. How it works. So it may very well explains why there is no H, although we have a sh, in sure or in sugar, because Yod-Coalescence. There was never a sh before the Yod coalesced. Issue, issue, then change of accent, issue, and then issue. You still can say both today. An issue, I would say issue. An issue or an issue. It depends. One coalesced form, the other one not. Okay. Right. And then the last thing, sur, becomes je. Okay. Trésur, something like this in French. Trésur in Middle English. Accent shift to the first syllable. Modern English. Treasure. Okay. Treasure. Okay, treasure. Right. Same in French, mesure. Okay, must have been in Middle English, mesure. Yod-Coalescent, accent shift, measure. Okay, mesure, 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 measure. Probably this. Probably first mesure, first syllable stress, and then measure. Depends what's first, accent shift or Yod-Coalescent. Cannot be sure. Okay. This Yod-Coalescence for you. One more note on this Asian thing. Also Yod-Coalescent. Ever ask yourself Asian, funny spelling? All these words with Asian. Vocalization. Okay. Vocalization. Why Asian? Funny spelling anyway. It's a Latinized spelling. Spelling came on a different boat, but it's French. Nation, 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 something like that. And it must have been in Middle English something like nation, nation, and it was nation. Okay, nation, and then you say sieu, sieu becomes sh. Nation, accent shift to the first syllable, went into the great vowel shift, yes, nation. And this is true for all the Asian words, okay? Assimilation, 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 und dann shen, okay? That's the way it went. So this Asian thing is, of course, a Latinized spelling. But yeah, okay. Yod-Coalescence very much explains this Asian thing. Loads, hundreds, thousands of words with Asian. Okay. So yeah, hope I've made myself clear. Yod-Coalescence may explain to you quite a lot. Spellings like sure. Why can you say fortune and fortune at the same time? Okay, virtue or virtue. Okay, things like that. Where does this Asian thing come from? Funny pronunciation for this ending. Okay, all Yod-Coalescence. Okay, right. So let's stop here.